I'm right here. Hey, Kay.
Your song.
Okay, I just want to say that you are on absolute fire this
Oh,
morning. That's
I
for
can't hear
sure.
it. Oh, I
And
was playing Ice Ice Baby. They couldn't hear it. What's up, Gronk?
oh, I couldn't hear it. I just want to say you're on absolute fire this morning. I'm kind of jealous a little bit. I like being at the degree that you're at. It's pretty legit. And also your comment. Tua Lipa had me laughing as well. I
Oh,
think that Tua and Dua should get married, and Tua should take Dua's last name, and they could be Tua and Dua Lipa. That would be pretty cool.
Tua and Dua Lipa. But then what happens to Taylor Swift and Travis? You can't just, I mean, what do they push them off the top slot?
Well,
Come on.
yeah, they get the top slot automatically. Tua and Dua.
Tua and Dua Lipa. Listen, I'm in a great mood. I'm in Florida. I get why you like Florida. I hopped out the plane and I was like, this is amazing. It's like 90 degrees and sunny and beautiful. You know what wasn't beautiful? Alvin Kamara not scoring a touchdown. We were so close, Rob. So close. We had our no sweat same game parlay, so we didn't really lose anything, thanks to FanDuel. But ETN came through on the yards. Whatever. Like Kamara came through on yards, but what happened? What the Saints had every opportunity to get in the ball.
He did have a lot of opportunities. He got stuffed a few times at the goal line. You know, you just can't win every bet every single week. Just like the Saints, they can't win every single week. But we were so close, but we're going to get it this week, Kay. We're going to be optimistic. We're going to come through. We're going to dominate this weekend.
All right, so we got a game tomorrow night. It's the Bucks and the Bills. This is a good one. You, of course, won a Super Bowl with the Bucks. You flirt with the Bills. You flirt with the Bills so hard all the time, and they're doing the damn thing in Buffalo. So here it is, our no sweat same game parlay for Thursday Night Football to kick off week 8, which is crazy. What's the first leg?
You know why I flirt with the Bills? It's like the girl in high school that you always wanted and you couldn't get. And then she wants you once you're successful. It's kind of like the Bills. They passed on me twice. I wanted to go to the Bills, and now they wanted me back when 10 years later. So guess what? I like to just flirt with them to show them what they're missing throughout their career. So that's why I flirt. Okay. But I'm going with the Bills -7.5. You know, the Bucks are sliding right now a little bit. Their offense, they're struggling a little bit. It's in Buffalo. The fans are going to go crazy. Josh Allen always has bounce back games. This is the game he has to bounce back. Buffalo Bills -7.5.
Okay, I love that. -7.5. I like that. I'm going to go with Josh Allen, who you just mentioned, likes to bounce back, and we need him to bounce back. I'm going to give it a cool 250 plus through the air. Okay, why? Because that secondary with the Bucks, I got questions. And they're allowing the 6th most passing yards per game in the league right now, so that seems like a safe bet. Back to you, buddy.
I'm going to go with Dalton Kincaid, their sensational rookie tight end, to have 25 plus receiving yards.
Oh, that's how much you believe in him? Just a teeny meeny 25 plus? That's one grab.
I'm just making it, a nice, easy bet for everyone out there.
I like it. And we'll wrap it up. We'll go with Stefan Diggs. We're going to go Bills heavy on this one. They're playing at home. Tampa's given up, like I said, their secondary. It's just weird right now. They've given up 400-yard games to number 1 wide receivers in 6 games so far this year. 400-yard games. And Diggs is averaging a career high 96.9. 96.9. I think you might like that number, parts of that number per game this season. That's our parlay. Let's recap. Bills -7.5. Josh Allen 250 plus through the air. Dalton Kincaid 25 plus receiving yards. Gronk's helping you out there, guys. And Stefan Diggs, can you do 70? Can you give me 70 plus receiving yards right now? All FanDuel customers can join our no sweat same game parlay for Thursday Night Football. Right along with us. It's a lot of fun. If it loses, don't bitch about it, because you can get bonus bets back. And that's what happens. So ride with us, or you can always build your own parlay, no sweat style. Do not miss out on your chance for a no sweat same game parlay on FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. So with this Stefan Diggs stuff, and I'm really liking that. He did tweet this. Can we see this? I ain't going to lie. I do be feeling a little bad when I F up y'all parlay or fantasy. Did you feel bad, Gronk, when you F'd up people's parlay or fantasy?
Not really, not necessarily, because if I did mess up someone's parlay or their fantasy, it was because we kind of ran the ball more that game and I didn't really have the opportunity. So as long as we win the game, that's what's first. That's what's most important, is winning for the fans. Then in that case, it's whatever. It's up in the air with the fantasy owners then. I mean, if I was wide open in the end zone and I dropped a touchdown pass and messed up their fantasy, league in that way, then yes, I would feel bad. But that never happened. I caught all my passes, Kay. I put up all the points that I possibly could. It was never my fault if I didn't come through for the fantasy owners, besides the last, year in the NFL when I wasn't doing so good.
Yeah, I think you were doing pretty well, winning another Super Bowl to make it 4 for you. All right, we got a lot to get to, so we're going to take a short break here, Gronk. I do have a minute. Any guesses while we go to break? Any guesses of who it might be?
I'm gonna go with. It's a Patriot player, correct?
I don't know.
You gotta come on. You gotta at least.
We'll be back with Gronk. Gronk and I have a parlay, guys. Get over to FanDuel Sportsbook, play it, comment, do it. Send me your screenshots. Maybe Gronk will retweet a couple of them. I definitely will too. It'll be for tomorrow night's game between the Bills and the Bucks in Buffalo. But we didn't win last week because of Alvin Kamara. I do want to give you a lot of love though, because we were really close to hitting that bet. You have been all about the DPOY, Myles Garrett, since like beginning of September. Okay, so we want to help people who like to have a little fun over at FanDuel Sportsbook. What are you seeing, by the way, with Myles Garrett? Because he was plus 380 back then, like a month ago, and now he's plus 220. So it probably didn't help that he did this whole like jumping over the line of scrimmage field goal block of madness this past weekend.
Yes, Myles Garrett is just an absolute freak show. Just how big he is and how fast he can move. His quickness, his agility, is just off the charts. And everyone is just, mind blown with the way that he can jump up onto a 60+ inch box jump, which is super impressive at his size, at his weight. And then finally it paid off. He's been doing that box jump for years now. And now he jumped over an offensive lineman on a field goal and he blocked the kick. How impressive, how athletic that is. He's going to be Defensive Player of the Year. That's my pick. That's my prediction. He's plus 220 odds now, and he's just been absolutely lighting it up all over the field.
Is there a scarier player in the NFL? So like we're sitting here, we're less than a week away from Halloween. If you had to crown the most terrifying current NFL player, offense or defense, who is it?
I would go with either TJ Watt or Myles Garrett, but I'm going to go with Myles Garrett. He kind of reminds me of Terrell Suggs a little bit. He has that attitude. He brings it every single play. I would actually say he has a bigger motor than Terrell Suggs as well. He's more all over the place. He's more athletic than Terrell Suggs, but Terrell Suggs brought it every single play. He was an absolute monster. But Myles Garrett, he's probably the best defender out there in the NFL right now, one of the most feared guys to block. That's why you had 2 tight ends following him around that one game that we saw, which was hilarious as well. Just huge props to Myles Garrett getting better every single year as well,
I think Terrell Suggs, as cameo in Ballers just came into my head, probably because I'm near Miami. Remember when he had like a recurring role on Ballers with Dwayne Johnson? You never had a cameo on that show, did you?
No, I never had a cameo on Ballers. I love the show Ballers. I watched, I haven't watched all the episodes. I watched, I think, the first and second season. I got to catch up on it for sure. I loved it.
Okay, you know what I know you're going to love is these Titans Oilers throwbacks. It's Titans Falcons this week. And these are, everyone loves them. King Henry is giving like shades of Earl Campbell. What do you make of the unis?
I love throwback uniforms. That uniform kind of reminds me of that lateral miracle that they had versus the Buffalo Bills when I was younger, because those were the jerseys that they were wearing at the time. So, bad memories because I was a Buffalo Bills fan growing up, when I was a kid. But I like that color. That light blue looks spectacular. I'm all in for the throwbacks.
Do you care about what you were wearing, or were you like when you were wearing a uni combo in New England or with the Bucks that you were like feeling? Did it make you play differently, like look good, feel good, or no difference at all? Did you not?
Yes, no. When you feel good and look good, you definitely play better. And my favorite uniform was the color rush uniform that they came out with for Thursday night football games. The Patriots color rush, that was my favorite. I still have a couple of them at home. And those ones are super dope.
Love that. All right, we're going to bring in Hamilton. He's obsessed with unis. He wanted to make sure to get that in the show, but he's going to hit us with a little segment we're going to call buy or buy. So we're either going to buy it, like, oh, I buy that, I'm into it, or buy. And that's how I'm going to say it obnoxiously. Buy. What do you got, Hammer?
All right, so some fans are starting to get tired of the Taylor Swift of it all. They think that the broadcast is showing her too much. Hey, do you buy that there is too much Taylor Swift coverage during Chiefs games?
There is too much insecurity among NFL fans who are having an identity crisis. They're like, this is mine, and why would we change this? Like, people are like, they show her too much. It just gets boring. I'm sorry, like the game of inches that is football. Like there's so little that changes in the game of football year to year. Gronk, that like I can't understand any argument that isn't excited about embracing a new thing, an absolute icon who's killing it for herself and the NFL, and bringing new people into the party. Why would you not want to take that 6'8" Gronk wingspan and welcome everybody into the NFL? I don't get it.
I would just say bye. It's just a little bit too much. Yes, you can show her, maybe have her perform a song now since they're hyping her up every single week. But we want more football. Yes, it's fine that you show her, but not every single play.
So you think, so if that were you and it would go right to, like, if you're Isaiah Pacheco, you're like, what, excuse me, I have a celebration that I worked on during walkthrough in my sweatpants on Friday night. Why are you showing her?
Exactly. That's my point. Show the players, show this player celebrations.
Show the player celebrations. He's saying too much Taylor. That's RIP, goodbye to your mentions on Twitter today. Okay, what else you got, Hammer?
All right, next one. Gronk, we're going to start with you here. Travis Kelce revealed this week that Patrick Mahomes has a freezer of Dippin' Dots in his home. Gronk, are you buying or waving bye to this?
No, I'm buying it. Dippin' Dots, they're the best. The first time I was introduced to Dippin' Dots was at the amusement park. So you got rides, you got Dippin' Dots. It couldn't be a better day. Can't be a better combo as well. I'm buying it.
What's the most ridiculous? I'll buy it too. What's the most ridiculous thing that you do have, like that other people, like a hyperbaric chamber or like a roller coaster, like Richie Rich? What do you got?
An infrared sauna that I go in about 3 times a week when I'm home. Mm-hmm. So I eat my Dippin' Dots, and then I go in the infrared sauna, and hopefully they just sweat out of me all the Dippin' Dots. So then I can eat more when I get out as well.
Are you a cold plunge guy?
Once in a while. You know, I love dipping in it first thing in the morning whenever like a friend or something has a cold plunge.
I thought you were going to say Dippin' Dots. I was like, I got to get out of here. Hammer, get back in here. Give me another one.
All right. Here's an interesting one. The league's highest paid defensive player, Nick Bosa, has a little side hustle going too right now. He is modeling for Skims. Are you buying this, Kay, or waving bye?
I'm gonna give this one to Gronk. Gronk, have you seen these images and these videos?
Yeah, he's looking good. He's an absolute freak show. He's got a 6-pack. I'm buying it. You know, I'm not going to buy any of the underwear, but I'm buying the ads. Like, I don't mind seeing it. You know, he plays the part. He's massive. He's jacked. So I'm buying it. He looks good. He's a Skims model. Fits the mold.
Gronk is coming for Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian in this one segment. He's not buying your Skims underwear. What does Bosa have to do to get you to buy this underwear? It looks very comfortable.
It does look comfy. I got my underwear, of choice already, I'm a built guy. I'm a built basic guy, okay? Those are my type.
I will say did he need the money? Nick Bosa once left me stranded during Super Bowl week, a handsome check. Not a really nice check to just stop by and chat. And then he won Defensive Player of the Year and did not show. So he clearly doesn't need the money. I think he's doing it. I don't know. I
know why he's doing it. He's doing it to show off his body. This is the opportunity to show off his body with the Kardashian line. That's why he's doing it, so he can pick up all the ladies. And I bet you it's working.
It's not wrong. Hamilton, go ahead. I can't comment on this. Go ahead.
All right, this is going to be the last one. This is going to be the last one. The controversy, a lot of it surrounding the Tush Push that the Eagles have perfected. Some people are saying that it should be banned. Gronk, are we buying the Tush Push, or are we waving bye to it?
I'm on both sides. I'm buying it because it's working right now. But I'm going to say bye to it eventually because one team is going to figure it out. There's going to be a player out there that figures it out. And I want to see a linebacker just line up and absolutely time the tush push where he jumps over the pile right when the ball is hiked, and he just absolutely levels the quarterback. And it's a run play for about a -1 yard then, and it stops the tush push. It's working right now, but I want to see that happen. And then there's going to be a brawl after because that offensive line is not going to like that the linebacker jumped over the line and absolutely decked the quarterback. And that's what I want to see eventually.
I'm buying it. Give me Taylor Swift all the time, and shut up these men yelling at clouds out there about the tush push. If everybody was doing it and it was unstoppable, I would sort of understand if we could talk about banning it. Banning it's crazy. You saw the Vikings Monday night. They tried to do it and they embarrassed themselves. The Giants, they completely flopped with it as well. So the Eagles, they're the only team that does it well, and y'all are just hating on Philly as usual. They should not be punished, and I'm all about the brotherly love. So I am buying it. Give me more. All right, we're going to take a break here with the Gronkster. We might get into some You Had One, Rob. We're going to have Caller talk some MLB for us. And yes, Patrick Chung is going to hop on the show, and Gronk is excited about that. Go play our parlay.
Tannehill will throw it, and this will end it after the shovel, or will it? Miami running around, circling. Oh, look out! Gronkowski didn't have the angle. Touchdown! Oh, Kenyon Drake! A miracle!
Gronk, can you believe that was almost like if we were on our Facebook time hop thing? It would be 5 years ago almost.
I don't like Facebook anymore. I don't like that time hop stuff. I can't believe you're bringing this up, Kay. The Miami Miracle, all right? Miami's been struggling for a long time, except this year, but previously they were struggling for decades. I needed to help them out. I needed the fans to be excited there for once in a while. So when we go down there, the stadium would actually be filled the next year after that. But yeah, the Miami Miracle, everyone's coming at me that I didn't take the angle. I would say I had a good angle. I would say it was just my speed. And did you see me? I slipped on that piece of grass that was sticking out as well.
I saw. I hope you don't think that we didn't bring it up for no reason. But I will say I'm doubling down on your time hop hate. I hate when you scroll to like whatever part of your phone and it shows you like your iPhone just decides to like emotionally abuse you with some memory from like 2 years ago that like, you know what I'm saying? I hate that. How do you even get rid of that? I hate that time hop stuff. It's always like some random date that I went on or ex-boy. Like it's always some like thing I don't want to see, Gronk.
I think you got to go to settings, but I'm not sure exactly where in settings, but you can figure it out.
That's fine. My cute little nephews are featured today. Hello, Sebastian. Hello, Evan. I'm bringing up the Miami Miracle. And by the way, what a nice guy for you to help them like that, because they did need it back in the day. But they've always played your Patriots tough for whatever reason, especially down in Miami. I wonder why. This Sunday, the Pats do get to come down here and hang out with me. And the recent history isn't on their side. Belichick's 1-4 in his last 5 at Miami. So is it because he's like, hanging out at Fontainebleau too late? Is he at Live? Like Bill Belichick acting reckless? Like what's the story here?
Yeah, I've heard a couple rumors that, Coach Belichick, he has a place in West Palm as well. So he goes out in Miami first till about 2 a.m. And then he has a limo that brings him to West Palm, and he has an after party spot, and he's out till about 5 a.m. And then he takes about an hour nap, and then he comes to the team hotel, while we've been all sleeping, and pretends that he's been there as well looking at film. And then he comes in all hungover and drunk at 6 a.m. And then we always lose when the game's at 1 p.m. because he doesn't have enough time to recover. So that's what happens. Coach Belichick falls for the trap every time he goes to Miami. He stays out all night long, okay?
I know that. And I want to ask you this. I brought up him potentially being traded. I know he redid his deal, and we don't really know like the total specs of it, but is there a world in your head where, and I'm not saying like he gets traded and nobody tells him, like when they were trying to trade you when you retired, which is like one of your best stories and moments ever. But like, is there a world where Bill like knows what time it is, knows like the end of an era, knows whatever, and it's like, yeah, let me redo this deal, and then I want to have say and I'll work it, because like you can't just let Bill Belichick walk away and join another team. Like he has trade value.
Yes, I would say that would be Mr. Kraft's worst nightmare, is to have Coach Belichick on another team. He already lost a great one when Tom Brady went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and won a championship there as well, which I was a part of, which thank you. That was pretty sweet. But just imagine if he lets go of Mr. Kraft and he goes to another team and he wins a championship as well over there. Let's go of Coach Belichick, and then he wins a championship somewhere else. That would drive Mr. Kraft absolutely bonkers. It's not going to happen. I feel like Coach Belichick is kind of grandfathered in with the New England Patriots since he's been there for so long. You know, even if the rules change, when you're grandfathered in, it doesn't matter. You're set until you decide you want to leave.
So you think it's just going to end cutely? Like he's just going to say, I'm ready to go. And Kraft's going to be like, okay. And like, that's how it ends, like a story. Like,
yes, I think that's how it ends. I feel like Mr. Belichick, Coach Belichick, he kind of makes all the shots there. He makes all the calls there. So when Coach decides he wants to hang it up, if it's in 4 years with the Patriots, if it's this year, that's when it's going to happen, is when Coach Belichick decides. He has the power there.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest Up and Adams content right on YouTube.